Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, if you clicked on this video, you're a real one, bro, because I know for a fact that 99.99% of my supporters do not give a damn about this show. Yet. That's actually why I decided to make this video in the first place, bro, because I want to cover this series on the channel. But before I can really do that to the extent that I want to, I feel like I gotta tap you niggas into the sauce myself, since Undead Unluck really isn't that popular yet. Like, it didn't have the privilege that a lot of these anime been having recently, where they spawn in with like a huge manga fan base to push the agenda off rip. And so, you know, I feel like that's where we come in, bro. It's time to put the team on our back, bruh. Blue Lockians, listen, bro, listen, lend me your power, bro. I'm working on the Blue Lock video, I swear, just come on, bro, help a brother out. Now, initially, alright, I was working on an entirely different script based on Undead Unluck, where it was like, I don't know, more so opinion based, and yeah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. That was straight yap. Now, don't get me wrong, okay? I love yapping. Any who watches my videos consistently knows this, but as I was working on the script, I came to realize that before I could really yap on the series the way that I wanted to, I had to do the dirty work of putting y'all onto the series. Thus, the conception of this video. This video isn't here so that I can yap about the character dynamics or overall plot or even the power system, which I think is like the most interesting aspect of this show so far. This video, it exists simply as a showcase, bro. A showcase of my personal favorite aspect of Undead Unluck, and the aspect that got me locked into the show in the first place. That aspect being how fucking maniacally monkey brain batshit ignorant these fights be getting, bro. Now, before I get into talking about these fights, alright, I gotta give a little bit of context. Trust me, okay? You're gonna wanna hear this. The fights aren't gonna make sense without this context, but I'm gonna keep it short since, you know, I know a lot of y'all got hamster TikTok attention spans, myself included. The two main protagonists in this series are Izumo and Andy. Both of these characters are negators, meaning that they have the ability to negate some aspect of reality. Izumo negates luck, okay? So when she skin to skin touches you, you are officially jinxed, bro. You are officially out of luck. And it's not like little dumb like, oh, she touched me so I stubbed my toe. Nah, bro, think of it like this, alright? As a kid, little homie touched her parents a bit too much, and so both of them died in a goddamn plane explosion. The jinxing from her unluck ability is comically OP. Then we have Andy, right? The nigga Andy is a negator with the ability to negate death. This one is obviously pretty straightforward. As a negator of death, he cannot die. Andy is effectively immortal. He can regenerate from, well, you'll see soon enough. There's actually one last negator I think y'all should know about before we go any further, and believe it or not, that negator is you. Who, me? Yeah, you. I'm talking to you. Yes, you watching this video right now, believe it or not, you are a negator. You negate the hoes. Now, most of this video is going to be focusing on Andy because Andy is the main one that really be scrapping in this jump for real. Izumo will get in the mix every now and then, but usually it's only to like use her unluck to back up Andy mid squabble. But long story short, bro, this Andy be going through it, bro. You see, Andy is immortal, yes, but what he is not is impenetrable. Nah, that sounds crazy. That sounds crazy. Andy may be immortal, yes, but he is not invulnerable. So long story short, this nigga Andy basically fights by tanking every attack that comes in his direction, and yeah, that fused with Izumo's unluck just leads to some pretty bonkers scenarios that still somehow end up going hard as fuck. So without any further ado, y'all, let's get into it. Let's get into the many vicious ass whoopings of Andy from Undead Unluck. So we're going to start at the end of episode 1, okay? At this point, Andy and Izumo are like kind of acquainted with one another. Andy gives Izumo a fresh fade and it's like a big moment or whatever because she's never been able to get a haircut before, blah blah blah. That's not what we're here for, alright? We do not care that Izumo finally got a fucking temp fade in a lineup, bro. We're here to talk about these hating ass government niggas that pull up on our MCs post fresh cut. Now off rip, bro, these niggas are already on bullshit, bro. They sneak the shit out of my nigga Andy with no warning and no prelude. Boom. Head chopped off, no words exchanged. They were not about to wait for a square up. Now this dude right here in the suit, okay, he's the boss of this little squadron right here, and once again, he wastes no time, bro. He grabs Andy's dome off the ground and locks it in like this little titanium ore prison thing, because you know what I'm saying, last thing is want to have to deal with is giving Andy the time to regenerate, and you know what I'm saying, it's just best to nip that in the bud before it can happen. Now after Andy is locked up, they put Izumo in cuffs, and I'm not gonna lie, they just started being L-mans, bro, because their mission was to kill her, but of course, you know, they're anime villains, so they gotta start being all extra, playing with their food, so to speak. Now Scarface over here, he was actually pretty smart, okay? He took the necessary precautions to not have skin-to-skin contact with Izumo because, I mean, obviously he wasn't trying to deal with getting jinxed, but what he failed to take into account was the fact that Izumo had just gotten a haircut. from Andy. Why is that relevant? Well, think about it, bro. When you're getting a haircut, is the barber not all up in your grill like this? Exactly, bro. You see where this is going? Because Andy had to touch Izumo to trim her shit, well, bro, he was officially jinxed, and it was just a matter of time until he got hit with some OP ass unluck. In this particular instance, bro, the unluck came in the form of a literal lightning bolt. Yes, you heard that right, bro. Izumo's unluck is so busted that with a single haircut, this literally got struck by lightning. You see, the gimmick with Izumo and Andy though is that because of Andy's immortality, Izumo's unluck kinda doesn't have an effect on him. Or like it does, but like because he's immortal and he can kinda just like survive anything that her unluck throws at him. But the same cannot be said for the ops, and so more often than not, Izumo's unluck ends up bailing Andy out of situations like this one. So Andy and the dude holding his prison orb get struck by lightning, which obviously fucks the government dude up. But Andy, on the other hand, yeah, he's chilling for real. He's probably just happy to be free, to be honest. Scarface, on the other hand, yeah, he's pissed, and I'm not gonna lie, I would be too, bro, because what type of bullshit did I just witness right there? But anyway, bro, he basically like commands his goons to go take down Andy, and long story short, all 4 of these goons get bodied by a who has his bare butt cheeks exposed in the evening air. He does this a lot. I don't know why. He's naked for like 70% of the show so far. Alright, so at this point, Scarface just watched his men get slain and abused right before his very eyes, and so he's like, alright, bet, you get to use your hacks, shit, I can play dirty too, bro. And he grabs Izumo and takes her hostage, blade to the neck. So now it's Andy versus Scarface, right? But the thing is, Andy can't really do anything for real because Scarface has that steel pressed up against Izumo's throat. So Scarface, you know, he basically has the advantage right now, and so he's like, look, bro, he's talking to Andy, and he's like, cut your head off and toss it to me without regenerating it, or else the girl gets it. Now Andy, you know, I'm not gonna say he's a nice guy because that's just cap, but he doesn't want this innocent young woman to die, so he's like, you know what, bro, whatever, bro, you got it. He slices off his head and tosses it to Scarface. Now at this point, you know, Izumo has like her main character plot armor moment, and so while Andy's dome is in midair, she somehow escapes the blade that was on her carotid artery. Don't ask me how, okay? But basically, while Andy's head is floating through the air, she jumps up and gives him a peck on the cheek. Now, as y'all can probably tell by now, this kiss is going to activate the unluck, right? But on top of that, shit is about to get really wicked this time around, bro, because come to find out, okay, look, there's like different elements that affect the level of calamity that occurs when Izumo uses her unluck, and one of these elements is like, basically when she does something intimate or romantic, like kissing, hugging, cuddling, that type of stuff, right? It's really a GG because the most wild shit you have ever heard of is lurking right around the corner. And so long story short, yeah, a fucking meteorite hits the building. Andy makes it out this building alive because, I mean, he's Andy and, you know, everything's all goofy and shit at the end of the episode, but let's just analyze this fight real quick, bro. Andy really got up out there, bro. He got his dome sliced, and he got struck by lightning, then he got his arm cut off, you might have missed that one, then he got self-mutilated, then he got stabbed through the chest, then he got hit with a goddamn meteor. Bro, tell me this man didn't just take the ass whooping of a lifetime, bro. I'm sorry. This next fight was a bit more balanced because this time everyone involved had powers, right? It was a 2v2 negator fight. Andy and Izumo were minding their own business, right? Riding through the city on like a motorcycle or some shit. When out of nowhere, they get jumped by a nigga in a Hulkbuster suit. Bro, when I tell you that this anime just be having the most random, unexpected plot points of all time, bro, like I'm trying to tell you, bro, tap in. But anyway, bro, Hulkbuster folded this shit out of Andy, bro, with no type of warning at that, bro. Like he had this nigga Andy's hand hanging off of his arm by a single thread, bro, like a goddamn, I don't even know, bro. I've never in my life seen someone get their wrist flicked so hard, bro. But anyway, Hulkbuster's negator ability was unavoidable, and so as the name implies, this nigga basically has the ability to not miss. Actually, it's not that he can't miss his shots, it's more so that his enemies can't avoid his shots. He basically negates your ability to avoid, and so like when he lines up a punch to clobber you in your there ain't no weaving, bro. You just gotta eat that right to the dome. Now, I'm not gonna lie, that is OP as hell, bro, especially when you add the fact that he just so happens to have a random Hulkbuster suit on deck. Like, look, bro, I'ma just keep it real right now. He was fucking Andy up, bro. He was giving that man straight combos, bro. 3-piece, 5-piece, 2 sides, like, bruh, it was looking pretty dastardly out there, I'm not gonna lie. And of course, Andy, dumbass, was fighting ignorant as hell for no reason, bruh, because why are you gonna try to bare knuckle box a man in a mech suit, bruh? After getting that ass whooped a little too hard, Andy and Izumo decide to activate cheats again, and yeah, a big ass truck comes flying off the overpass and it hits the ground and explodes, which basically gives Andy the time to like escape and formulate a plan. Or so he thought, because apparently the unluck wasn't over yet, and the building that he was hiding in was filled with TNT. for some reason. And so yeah, basically Andy becomes the victim of a controlled demolition. You see what I'm saying about this show, bro? Like, what type of Looney Tunes Tom and Jerry ass is this, bro? But that's the crazy part, bro. It still goes hard. Now, the end of this fight, I'm not gonna lie, it was a little weird and anticlimactic, at least in my opinion. Basically, Andy gets up from the demolition rubble because he's Andy, and he kind of just casually shoots the Hulkbuster in the face with like one of his fingertips, and the Hulkbuster dies, which is like, why didn't he just do that off the rip? Like, I do not know, bro, but I've basically already suspended my disbelief with this show, so, you know, I kind of just let anything slide at this point. It's like, bro, literally 1 episode later, Andy and Izumo get hit by a fucking satellite beam while they're chilling on Andy's yacht on their way to Russia, so it's like, you know, with Undead Unluck, you kind of gotta just... It's one of those shows you kind of gotta just let it happen, but yeah, let me know if y'all want more Undead Unluck content. I'll see y'all next time, and peace.